Good evening, you're watching the evening bulletin of Northeast Wave Shots with me, Pratima Sharma. Here are the headlines. Starting off with the national news. Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Sarbananda Sonowal reviews the progress of the sea trials of the indigenous aircraft carrier IAC Vikrant during his onboard visit at sea on 31st of October. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh discharged from AIIMS. The 89-year-old Congress veteran was admitted to AIIMS Cardio Neuro Center on 13th of October after he complained of fever and extreme weakness. Andhra Pradesh, the Election Commission on Sunday announced biennial elections to 3 and 6 seats in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana Legislative Council respectively on 29th of November. According to an official statement issued by the EC, the last date for filling nominations for the biennial polls is November 16th. The counting of votes shall take place on 29th of November at 5 p.m. The Delhi airport has resumed flight operations at its first T1 terminal after almost 18 months of closure. Delhi International Airport Limited, DIAL, had announced the opening of the terminal earlier this month. The T3 terminal and the T2 terminal of the Delhi airport resumed handling flight operations from 25th of May 2020 and 22nd of July 2021 respectively. Haryana government bans firecrackers in 14 NCR districts. Complete ban in Bhiwani, Charkhi Dadri, Faridabad, Gurugram, Jajjar, Jind, Karnal, Mahendragarh, Palwal, Panipat, Rewari, Rohtak and Sonipat. Madhya Pradesh Home Minister Narottam Mishra on Sunday issued a 24-hour ultimatum to fashion and jewellery designer Sabyasachi Mukherjee to withdraw the advertisement with objectionable and obscene portrayal of Magla Sutra or else face statutory action. The Mangalsutra advertisement by Sabyasachi's brand portrayed a woman wearing a low neckline dress and posing solo and in intimate position with a man. After the designer shared these pictures, it created a controversy as a section of social media users termed it against Hindu culture and obscene. Maharashtra former president of Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha Mohit Kamboj has filed a 100 crore defamation suit against Maharashtra cabinet minister Nawab Malik for allegedly making false allegations against him and his family members in connection to the cruise ship drug bust case. Maharashtra CBI makes first arresting case against the former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh. Accused Santosh Shankar Jagtap was sent to 4-day agency custody. On 20th of February, former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh levelled extortion charges against the then Home Minister Anil Deshmukh. In a letter addressed to Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray, Singh alleged that the NCP leader had asked dismissed cop Sachin Vaid to extort rupees 100 crore per month from 1,750 bars, restaurants and other establishments in Mumbai. After the Bombay High Court directed the CBI to carry out a preliminary inquiry into these allegations, Deshmukh resigned as the Home Minister and was replaced by Dilip Walse Patil. Zonal Director of the Narcotics Control Bureau Samir Wankhede's family meets National Commission for Scheduled Caste NCSC Vice Chairperson Arun Haldar. He assured they won't be harassed. There is a controversy over the IRS officers' caste certificates. Earlier, Maharashtra Minister and Nationalist Congress Party leader Nawab Malik had alleged that Samir Wakhande is a Muslim who forged his caste certificate in order to qualify for the civil services under the scheduled caste quota. West Bengal Election Commission announces by-polls to 2 Rajya Sabha seats, one each in West Bengal and Kerala. The notification for the by-polls will be issued on 9th of November and polling will be held on 29th of November. The seats are vacant due to the resignation of Arpita Ghosh of Trinamool Congress and Jose K. Mani of Kerala Congress. Moving on to the entertainment news, superstar Rajinikanth, who recently underwent a surgery to restore blood supply to the brain, was discharged from the hospital on Sunday night. Sources close to the actor said the 70-year-old top actor was admitted to the city-based Kaveri Hospital on 20th of October. Shahrukh Gauri Khan to hire private bodyguard for son Aryan Khan ensuring his safety. Kannada actor Puneet Rajkumar's last rites were held on Sunday with full state honors. He passed away on 29th of October at the age of 46. Moving forward, let's look at the defense news. Indian Navy receives first P-15B guided missile destroyer on 20th of October. The contract for 4 ships of Project 15B as the Visakhapatnam class ships are known was signed in January 2011. This project is a follow-on of the Kolkata class Project 15A destroyers commissioned in the last decade. The 163 meters long warship has a full load displacement of 7,400 tons and a maximum speed of 30 knots. The destroyer is also installed with major indigenous weapons. Medium range surface to air missiles BEL Bangalore, BrahMos surface to surface missiles BrahMos Aerospace New Delhi, indigenous torpedo tube launchers Larsen and Torbo Mumbai, anti-submarine indigenous rocket launchers Larsen and Torbo Mumbai. Mumbai. 76 mm Super Rapid Gun Mount BHEL Haridwar. Let's move on to the international news now. Prime Minister Modi met his Spanish counterpart Pedro Sanchez on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Rome. The two leaders held discussions to strengthen bilateral relations. Both leaders had fruitful talks on ways to deepen ties between India and Spain. The two nations are cooperating extensively in areas such as trade, energy, innovation and more. Prime Minister Modi invited Spain to invest in various sectors in India, including green hydrogen, infrastructure and defense, manufacturing, and further take advantage of India's national infrastructure pipeline, asset monetization plan and the Gati Shakti plan. The two leaders welcomed the growing bilateral trade and investment linkages, including the recent signing of the contract to procure 56 C-295 aircrafts from Airbus Spain, 40 of which will be made in India in collaboration with Tata Advanced Systems. The G20 summit at Rome on Sunday issued a declaration agreeing on mutual recognition of vaccines, strengthening the WHO to give faster approval to vaccines and suspending their servicing for developing countries to December 31st, 2021. Let's move on to the world news now. World leaders deliberate upon climate change, environment and sustainable development on the last day of G20 summit. UNDP releases video on tackle problem of climate change at COP26. Titled Don't Choose Extinction, the viral video depicts a dinosaur addressing the UN General Assembly. Actor Jack Black as the dinosaur makes a strong case for humans to change their ways or go extinct. Microsoft stock becomes world's most valuable after its share rose as much as 1.1% to hit a market value of $2.46 trillion, blowing past Apple. The Taliban have warned the international community, saying that the world must recognize the outfit if they do not want to receive any threat from Afghanistan. Speaking at a press conference on Saturday, Taliban spokesperson Jabilullah Mujahid said, India's Akash Kumar stormed into the quarterfinals at the 2021 AIBA Men's Boxing Championships with a comprehensive victory against Puerto Rico's Caleb Tirado in Belgrade, Serbia on Sunday. Coming towards the end, let's look at the COVID update. India has reported 12,540 new cases of COVID-19 and 251 deaths in 24 hours. Of this, Kerala has a share of 7,167 cases and 167 deaths. The current recovery rate in the country stands at 98.20%. The current active case load at 1,58,817 is the lowest in 248 days. India reported less than 1 lakh fresh cases of COVID-19 in the week ending Sunday, the first time since mid-February this year. So this much for today. Keep watching Notice 5 Shots. We are also available on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. This is me, Pratima Sharma, signing off for today. Good night.